Hey guys, it's WADZ here with WADZ UP channel. How you doing? Today we're going to talk about motor transport systems. I'm going to show you what happened with my system. Gee, I can't wait to do a nice review on the MX lock and load Moto transport system. Look at this. Wow.
I seriously don't think the weight of your bike should distort the steel that badly though. That's pretty bad. This bike weighs 230 pounds, that's all.
It's the damage that was caused by that. We have a radiator. It's sandwiched. And a broken quick release. There's some pros and cons with this system. I'll tell you why I chose it and what my experience was. As you can see, I'm using the Cycra straps for now until I can come up with a second system. This is the MX lock and load transport system. They call it the Moto transport system. Now, what I really liked about this system was the fact that it was really quick. You know, you roll your bike up to it, boom, it's locked and it holds onto the to the pegs. Now you can see this system here has taken a beating, right? Quite a big beating. And you're probably wondering what happened here. You know, did I flip my trailer? What happened? Well, I'll tell you what happened. They call this the, I don't know if they call it a safety pin or a locking pin. They probably call it a locking pin because it's not really a safety pin. This system here can still come up at the best of times. So, you know, I was under the perception or the belief in the beginning that this was worst case scenario. You know, if this failed, in the unlikely event that this system failed, this was a secondary, right? Well, that's not the case at all. This is everything. So there's a problem with that. My pin broke. I don't know if the pin itself broke, but I suspect it was this little eye unit here came separated from this little pin system. It just goes in like this and locks like that. When that happens, watch, that comes up. Now you can see that I've undone this part here, but I will tell you that when my bike is in here and under load, that if this pin is not in the system, this will come up, and that's what happened. So then I put the bike back into the system. I put another pin in here, duct taped it, and continued my way down the road, and it still popped out, even with a pin in it. So you're probably wondering what kind of road I was on. I was on a fire road, a logging road. You know, a regular car can drive down this road. Now, I know a lot of you guys are saying, well, wait a second, the pin failed. So if my pin doesn't fail, is my bike going to be safe off-road? I'll tell you this, after that pin failed, I put a T-wrench into there and I taped it, and it came out again, and I reduced my speeds. There's a lot of movement that takes place up and down and back and forth within this system. Now, MX will tell you, well, that's the design of the system. They want suspension working. I just think that's, personally, in my opinion, I think that's a convenient statement. Or it's a design, maybe not a flaw, but it's a design that maybe could be improved on, because this, you can see it's at its smallest distance there. When I put my bike in, it's not a complete connection. And so when you start having vertical movement and up and down, I'm in the opinion, after seeing the results of this, that even in the event of that pin stays in, it could still come out. So here's the deal with this MX lock and load system. It's a good system, I think, if you're only using it for the road. But if you have any intention of taking this on fire roads or anything with a lot of bumps, I wouldn't recommend it. This has been my experience, and I'm not saying, you know, it's going to be everybody's experience. It may be an isolated incident, but when I buy a transport system, I'm trusting my transport system. I'm putting all my trust in the transport system on my brand new bike, right? I mean, you can probably hear the frustration in my voice, and that's because I believe that this failed me, and so of course, this is not cheap, and then you got to repair the bike, and that probably cost me, $500 or $600 in repairs. And it could have been worse, right? It could have fallen out of the trailer, then what? So I thought I would share this with you guys. I'm gonna test a second system, and I'm also going to take it on the same road. I'm going to put it through the same abuse that the MX lock and load Moto transport system was exposed to. And we're going to see if it comes out. I know I've gone on a long time, but I know you guys put a lot of money into your bikes and you want to protect them. And I believed when I first got this system, it was the best system on the market and the fastest loading system. I will say that it is one of the pros. It's the fastest probably one of the fastest loading systems on the market, and it's convenient and it's pretty slick. I will say the con to this, I don't believe the dimensions of this are nearly as burly or as thick as I'd like to see them, or they could be. This spring design here, I feel that it's not the greatest. And I also don't believe that how these two, the top and the bottom, make contact with your pegs. I also don't believe those are very, I don't think that's great either. I wouldn't give this a thumbs up. If I had known what I know today, would I buy this again? No flipping way. So I'm looking for a secondary solution. And like I said, I'm gonna test the secondary solution, and I'll share that with you. And for now, these Cycra racing cam pull systems, they're pretty good. They're fast. And how much faster do you need to load? I prefer it to be loaded a little differently without those straps, without the strap system. So anyways, you guys know what I'm talking about.